This is the amazing Tori Reid. If you don't know her already, you do now. She's a very impressive young lady. She's got an awesome freaking vibe about her. Yes. So that was through Getting Clients Without Being Salesy. That's another group that's linked. We're going to be linking Tori's group too. So Tori is a blogging phenomenon. She's probably going to be like, oh my God, you're totally blowing me up, but there's no such thing as far as I'm concerned. Tori, I'm very impressed by her because she really takes a different angle with how she presents her stuff. Yeah. But I think the biggest question that a lot of people want to know is, how do you drive traffic to a blog, Tori?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the biggest question a lot of people want to know. And a lot of people really, I mean, if you look at the gurus and you try to follow what they say, they talk a lot about Pinterest. I hear that so much in the community, and I'm like, Pinterest isn't even like one of the top social media sites. I mean, it's definitely popular, don't get me wrong, but it's not number one. Anyway, I like to keep it organic. I like to take it from like a very psychological standpoint. Number one, if you want to get traffic to a blog post, the first thing you got to do is figure out what topic your readers want to know about. And that's where a lot of people get it wrong. It's just with that fundamental. They're like, a lot of people make it creative. They're like, well, I want to write about this. I'm the expert, so I know what's best. So I'm going to write about this because this is what my readers need to know about, right? You got to write about what your readers want to know about. So how to figure that out is to like literally go into a Facebook group that's full of your target audience. So if you're writing about Instagram, come into this group full of your target audience and simply ask, what is your biggest challenge with blank? And you put any topic there. So what's your biggest challenge with growing your Instagram following, for example, right?
Exactly.
You will get a plethora of answers if it's an active group and it really is targeted. And you just take the most popular answer from that, and that's your blog topic, right? And so let me see. Do you know the answer to that question off the top of your head, or like what would be your guess? If you were to ask your audience, what is your biggest challenge with growing your Instagram following, what would that be?
Basically it's people get tripped up on whether or not it's a suitable platform for their business.
Okay.
What their business model is, because they feel like Instagram is meant for a specific niche or just a few specific niches. Mm-hmm. So that's their biggest hang up is, well, is it right for my business? That's probably one of the most common questions.
Okay. And so you could write the ultimate guide to knowing if Instagram is right for your business and how to grow it from there. That's your blog post, right? So you have a blog. So that's your blog post, something along those lines. That was way off the top of my head, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. So you write something like that. You write a huge freaking blog post, and the first way you get traffic to that is you literally go back and share it with those people who just told you that's their biggest struggle. And if you make it great, if you put Trish in it, because everybody loves Trish, put your personality in it, make it deep, make it really, really valuable. Just like give them the farm. Take it back to that audience, give them that blog post. That's going to be your initial traffic, and people will love it and they'll read it and they'll share it. I have people just do that. I had somebody in my group recently, like literally just a couple of weeks ago, actually had her on because she did the ask and deliver, and then she added her own little flair after the fact. She did the ask first, and she was getting like 30 to 60 hits on the blog post a day. And she was like, when I went back and delivered it, I started getting 1,000 hits on my blog post per day because everyone shared it. So that's really, really important. Go back and deliver it. And then in addition to that, if you get influencer involvement, so reach out to other people who really know their stuff when it comes to Instagram and like the different ways to grow your business on Instagram. Reach out to them, say, hey, can I just ask you a simple question? I'm writing this post. I want to quote you in it because I respect you. I love the work that you do. If you answer this one simple question, I'd love to add that in as a quote, and then I'll shoot it back to you so that you can share it with your audience because it'll be really valuable to your audience as well. Boom, they're going to share your post as well. So I like to keep it super organic, influencer marketing, ask and deliver, like know your audience. And that'll be a super hard hitting post right there. And you can do that by asking a number of different, really, really specific questions to figure out what their biggest challenges are, and the topics will flow from there.
So that right there is also, in case anybody has been kind of paying attention, almost everybody that I bring in for an interview, I like it to make sure that I incorporate some sort of Instagram bit into that. And what Tori just said is exactly how you can build your Instagram following too. It's the same freaking concept, guys. If you got an Instagram account, you go check out other accounts that are similar to your niche and you start dropping a little bit of knowledge bombs. Ask them what they want to see more of. Then go create the thing, do the thing, and go back to those people and go, hey, guess what? I have that recipe book now. Yep. Oh, you wanted 10 paleo recipes? Cool, here you go. You know, by the way, come check out my account. I've got a ton more and I wrote an ebook about it, blah, 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 right? So it's the same concept. So I just want to make sure that market research is market research no matter what platform you're on. And your market is the platform. They're right there just waiting for you to do the thing. So that's awesome, Tori. Thank you very much. So now here's my question. Where do they go from there? So they've written this killer blog. They've gotten all this traffic. Now what? So
if you write a blog post specifically to attract new readers, that's a cold audience, right? We talked to them about cold audience versus warm versus or level of awareness. So a cold audience is people who don't know who the hell you are. You're a stranger to them. And so you don't want to sell them something right off the bat. If you're bringing in new traffic, you want to get them on your email list. You want to get them to subscribe first and kind of just see who's willing to see who you can get like your foot in the door with. As far as that. So the first thing that I would present on that blog post itself, you can have a pop-up, you can have a little you can put an image in there and just say, hey, if you want to go further, read this. So for instance, let's say your blog post is about growing the traffic and it's the ultimate guide. So they have all the answers they need about growing their Instagram following. So the next thing that they need to know is what? How to engage them. What do they do after they get their traffic, right? Like that's the next step. And so you can make a lead magnet for that. And you can plug that in the post to get people on your email list. And that way you now own that audience. I hate objectifying people, but that's kind of that's the verbiage about it. You own that audience. You can reach out to them and you can engage them. And then down the line, you can sell them stuff, but you have to build that relationship first, right? And so that's really the next step is just to make a lead magnet. PDF cheat sheet, I really love those versus, especially for cold audiences, just because smaller time commitment. If you're a stranger coming up to me and you're like, hey, you want to check out my 3-hour free course? I'm like, I don't know you, so I don't know if it's worth my time. If you're a stranger coming up to me and you're like, hey, I have this thing, it'll take you like maybe 10, 15 minutes to consume and it'll really help you out a ton, I'll probably give you a chance. Do something bite-sized for your lead magnet, get people to give you their email address first, and then keep in touch with them and grow it from there.
I love that. And you're absolutely right. And PDFs and cheat sheets are probably the best way to go for the free thing because they're so freaking easy to put together. I mean, guys, I'm talking like 5 steps.
Yeah.
You make those, and you can really make those 5 steps big steps if you do it as a landscape in a PowerPoint presentation, and then you convert that into a PDF. Now those 5 steps have just turned into about 10 pages, right? So it could be an ebook, really, but it's a PDF. Right? Add some freaking images, make it look good. Boom, right? So,
and a couple more pointers just about PDFs too. As you put out that cheat sheet, number one, make sure people can get kind of instant gratification from taking the steps on your cheat sheet. So the ask and deliver method that I just gave you guys, that's one of the things on my cheat sheet. It's so easy. A lot of people who download my cheat sheet, they go follow it. They come back to me. They're like, oh man, I got results in like 10 minutes from that. And I'm like, dope. Screenshot that. That's a testimonial. That's social proof. Screenshot that, update your cheat sheet, add it to it. Okay. Add it to the landing page, add a couple of those screenshots to the landing page if you want to, because that social proof will really help boost not only the number of people that subscribe to your list. Sorry, I had
no, it's okay. Go for it.
Not only the number of people that subscribe to your list, but also the number of people that actually take action on what it is you're telling them to do. And once they take action and they're happy with that, they'll be more than willing, most likely, to pay you down the line. If you can get them that like first result and you can make it easy and you can make it meaningful for them, they're more likely to pay you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting paid, how does one monetize with a blog?
So my favorite way of monetizing with blogs would be selling products. Turn your blog into an actual business. A lot of people, and I think this is just from like an old school mentality, I think. Back in the day, before the internet, there was print everything, print magazines, print newspapers. How did they monetize? They monetized by selling ad space. They sold real estate And then the game was all about how many eyes do they get on that. They had to be popular in order to make money. And a lot of people treat blogs the same way today. They're like, oh, I have to sell ad space on my blog. Well, times have changed. On the internet, you don't make a lot of money from that. I know people getting 75. I saw something in a group not too long ago, Trish, where a lady she said that she was getting 75,000 unique hits per month on her blog, which is a ton of traffic, hella traffic. And she was making like $500 a month selling ad space. I was floored. I'm like, I'd be a millionaire if I had 75,000 unique visitors, but like easily to Common Club. So
that's kind of crazy. So that's kind of telling you, okay, so she's getting the traffic there, but how good is her content?
Not even just that, but she's getting the traffic there. But if she's only using ads to monetize it, AdSense doesn't pay a whole lot. People don't pay a whole lot, because it only goes by how many faces you're getting to look at your blog. And anybody can go on Fiverr and buy traffic. Anybody can go on Fiverr and buy 75,000 unique hits per month. And it doesn't mean shit because your audience isn't targeted. So people aren't willing to pay for that anymore because the traffic isn't targeted. Companies are not paying as much as they used to. And so,
do you hear what she just said? I have to time out for just 1 second. Did you all hear what Tori just said? She said you can go on Fiverr and you can buy the traffic there. You can do this and do that. You can do the same shit with Instagram. But what matters is the quality of what's on there. Are you converting people to buy your shit? It's the same exact concept.
Yeah, if you guys look, anybody who's trying to use cheap methods to grow your Instagram following or grow any kind of following on any social media platform, you're going to get out what you put into it, which is pretty much nothing. You're going to get pennies out of it. It's not going to be worth it for you. It's just not. Don't do it. It's always quality over quantity every single time. It's quality over. I've been in digital marketing for 7 years. I'm not new. Quality over quantity every single time. And so, where was I at? What was I talking about? Oh, monetizing. So ads are not it. Okay. The best way to monetize your blog is to make it function like a business. Sell either affiliate products and services or create your own products and services. Info products are huge. We're in the information age. People love to just buy. They want to learn and they want to pay for it. Everybody's just happy to pay for information. Okay.
Consuming. Exactly.
And don't be afraid to create your own products. And how do you create your own product? That's a good question. How do you create your own product and know that people are going to pay for it? Just like they ask and deliver. Ask them what they want to pay for. Make it. Give it to them. That's it. Yep. That's all you got to do. So that's how you monetize and how you get people to actually give you that money. So once you make that product or find that product, right? Because you can do an affiliate product. You don't always have to there's so many products out there. You don't have to make your own. Once you find that product or make that product to sell, at that point, it's really just about warming up your audience. So I really love having a Facebook group. It's kind of a game changer. I got to say, Facebook is a new email list, like for real. So if you ever hear Trish say, yo, take this, have this cheat sheet. I know you have Arnie's cheat sheet. We're in the course. Take this cheat sheet, learn everything you can, start a Facebook group, do it, please. She's not lying. So Facebook groups are definitely the new email list. That way you can engage your audience, you can warm them up. The more focus on getting your 1,000 true fans, right? The more people you can get to like really, really jive with what it is your mission is, what it is your personality is about, like who you are, and what the value that you're giving. Let them know you that deeply. Be authentic, be yourself, show up, not just in your blog posts, but in the follow-up after that. Whether you're using an email list or a Facebook group or whatever, or both or everything, it's all about engagement and building that relationship with your audience. You don't want people to just come, check out a blog post, get what they can from it, and then leave and never care about you again. You want to build real relationships with that following. You want to be actually valuable to them to the point where you are top of mind. Right? So a lot of you guys, you're like, I have this question about Instagram. Let me ask Trish. That's top of mind, right? And so you want to be top of mind for your audience for whatever value you're delivering. And you can only do that by modeling what Trish is doing with you and building that relationship. So.
Amen. So, and again, like, a lot of people go, well, how do I know if there are, groups out there for this, you know, I've got some really interesting niches in this group, which I love. I freaking love it, because it makes me like really like tap into that corner of my brain that I don't always use, right?
Yeah.
But something that I think is really important for people to remember is that just because, you know, when you're in this circle of people and it's, you know, the same kind of concepts and ideas that we're all talking about every day, you're in this digital marketing space. Not everybody's in that digital marketing space. There are over 2 billion people on Facebook every day and hundreds of thousands of communities within those 2 billion people, right? Yes. So you better believe that there's some weird stuff out there that people have a Facebook group about. And if you have a super weird thing that's your product or that's your service, and that's what you're trying to sell stuff on, go look it up. I bet you're going to find a Facebook group, even if there's only 100 people in there. That's 100 freaking people that you can be doing market research with, right? Yep. So just guys, just look it up. Look it up. So speaking of cheat sheets too, you have a cheat sheet, and I have downloaded it, and I have, I'm just saying, I've kind of perused it. I might be starting to do some things from it. I'm pretty excited about it. But I would love for you to drop that cheat sheet in here, and I'm gonna hop into the group. Does anybody have any specific questions for Tori before I start wrapping this up? Because I don't want to let her go too soon. Like she's kind of like, seriously, she's like a young Jedi, and I just love it. If you want to hear more about you, hold on a second. Is there a standard matrix to determine affiliate marketing partnerships? If I partner with company A, what is the industry standard for affiliate percentages? Carolyn, I will tell you from my experience that every company kind of varies. Like Amazon pays 4%, but that 4% is off the total shopping cart. Whereas, you know, people like me, I pay 25% commission off of the sales of my course, whereas somebody else might pay 30% or 20%. So I don't really know if there's an industry standard, but Tori, what do you think about that? What would be your answer to that?
There's not an industry standard for anything. Everybody's doing their own thing. There just isn't one. I do know that there are some fantastic private affiliate programs out there. That's my fave. And so a couple of things about choosing, let me drop this real quick. Blog traffic, seekers, cheat sheet.
There you go.
So there's the cheat sheet. And you'll actually get in that link. Okay, you can look up the group, Blogging for Entrepreneurs on Facebook. You'll find it. Or if you forget, it'll be at the end of the cheat sheet for you guys.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah. And so as far as affiliate programs, the way that I choose my affiliate programs is, number one, do I use it? Do I love it? So I'm looking for marketing and business related products, because that's my niche, right? I'm looking for marketing, blogging, business related products that I use and that I love. And if I can genuinely vouch for it, then I will look and see if they have an affiliate program. A lot of the private affiliate programs out there pay out a lot more than more like public programs like Amazon. Amazon's 4%. I'm in some private programs that pay up to like 50, 60% on high-end products, right? Like mid to high tier products. And so look for those. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And yeah, don't just settle for like Amazon. Like Amazon is good. Amazon is good because everybody trusts Amazon. But if you're building a following that trusts you, that's all you need. Then go for the stuff that you really believe in, that you can vouch for, that you know is going to be valuable to your audience. And if that person, like if they don't have an affiliate program that's just like out there in the open where they're shouting from the hilltops about it, contact the person who owns whatever course or business it is that you're looking into and say, hey, do you have an affiliate program? I want to sell your product for you. I think my audience would love that. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, oh yeah, let's hook something up, even if they don't have one.
Right. Right. And the key to affiliate is this. Okay, so this is a little nugget of gold for you, because I do share this information in the course. We do a very big deep dive in the module for affiliate marketing in my course, and I actually touch on this quite a bit in the ebook as well. But one of the most important things you have to remember with any affiliate marketing, no matter what you're sharing, is just simply dropping your link and saying, hey, I have a link for this product, you should go buy it. No, you need a value stack on that son of a, because there are probably hundreds of thousands of other people who are doing the same thing with that link. And they're going, oh, and by the way, if you use my link, I'm going to give you this book, a copy of this ebook, a copy of, I'll give you 50% off my course. I'll give you a strategy session. You have to value stack on that. And the reason why is because that person can go click the link directly from the company or click the link from somebody else who's value stacking like crazy.
Yep.
So you have to give them a reason to use your link. And hi, I'm cute and pretty is not a good enough reason.
That's really true. So true. You always want to offer bonuses, right? So like, does your crowd know about ClickFunnels?
Oh yeah.
ClickFunnels is super. Everybody loves to try to shout out ClickFunnels and try to, give people their affiliate links and get people to sign up for ClickFunnels through them. The easiest way you can do that is with a badass share funnel, but then you could also stack on coaching on top of that because everyone's using share funnels right now. You got to stand out.
Absolutely. Yeah, my Insta bundles is in the pinned post, and I offer all sorts of different, you can kind of grab and pick what you want to do. I do the books, I do the 14-day trial, Funnel Kitchen, which is Jason Economides' program, which is awesome. But no, exactly like she says, everybody's doing the shared funnels thing. But the problem is, if you don't know how to use the funnel, so a lot of people, one of the smarter things to do with ClickFunnels is give them a tutorial, give them a video, walk them through the thing. Yeah. And then maybe stack a little bit more and say, well, how are you, what is your business that you're using the funnel for? Right. And explain to them exactly how they can use this software for that specific niche. That's gold to people, right? So there's a little affiliate marketing stuff for you guys too. So the other thing before we go, okay, I got in 12 minutes, I got somebody else coming on. So if you can give me the Cliff's Notes version of your backstory, I want to know, why do you do what you do now, Tori? What brought you to it?
I've always written and I've always blogged before it was even called blogging, like back when it was like, I don't know, LiveJournal and Zanga and all that crap. So I've always blogged, I've always been a writer. And when I, Cliff Notes version, when I became an adult and I decided I didn't want to be a bartender / waitress anymore, I decided, okay, I need to get out of this. I need to do something else. And what am I good at? Well, I'm good at writing. Okay, well, let me see if I can be a freelance writer. Freelance writer turned blogger. I started, my very first gig was like $5 per article for 5 articles about fish oil because I just wanted a review. I just wanted a testimony. It was the most horrendous.
Wow.
It was the most terrible first gig you could possibly think of. And by the end of it, I was just like, do I really even want to do this, right? But anyway, I grew from there. The biggest blog I've ever written for was Lifehacker. I was a staff writer there. I've done Huffington Post, I've done Startup Nation, I've done Rich 20 something. I'm kind of everywhere, not just with the big blogs, but also with mid and smaller blogs. They all have their own unique value that they provide to you, which I won't get into because we're almost done. And so from there, I actually pivoted, started running a digital marketing agency. My services that I was offering were all over the place, hence starting Faith, because I wanted to scale that down as far as like figuring out a better structure for my business. But blogging has always been kind of the centerpiece of how I even market my own business, even when I stopped doing the freelance writing thing for others. Because there was a point where I was doing a lot of ghostwriting and I was like, I'm tired of my name not being on the shit that I'm writing. That's kind of why I stopped doing freelance writing, because a lot of it is ghostwriting.
It's exciting to brand yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. So eventually, finally started giving myself some personal branding, setting some standards for that, making sure my name's on stuff that I'm doing. And after that, I've always kind of thought, after using blogging for my own business and my methods being so different than what everybody else was teaching, I was like, I sat on the idea for a couple of years. I'm like, I need to put a course together and see if these methods will work for other people. But I kind of sat on it, finally did it. And the method started working, created the Facebook group. I'm now trying to like put that together and turn it into something bigger to help more people, because I think a lot of people are following really bad advice from people who don't really know how to teach about blogging. So
go join Tori's group, for the love of God. She's going to help you make money with the written word.